Yeah, we welcome Cappy Pondexter to Los Angeles, now her home, the sparks of Los Angeles. Cappy, welcome to Los Angeles.
Thank you very much. I'm thrilled to be here. Got some great teammates, great coaching staff, and just an amazing organization. So I'm happy to be here.
And you're going to fit right into the picture. Coach Agner's got a very, very specific goal for you, an objective, and you will fulfill it because you are the pro that you are. Very, very well followed throughout your career. And we just want to welcome you here to say thank you for bringing your game to us.
Thank you.
And we're going to be able to appreciate you more. But today's win, and this is just early in the season, but a home opener. Talk about differences maybe you've had in New York or Chicago, and how does LA compare?
I mean, LA is one of those pinnacle teams that kind of started the WNBA off. And so the tradition is it's a long tradition. You know, you're following after Lisa Leslie. You know, now Candace Parker, Nneka Bumike era. So I mean, it feels good to kind of finish my career off here. LA, I was born in San Diego, so just to finish it off, hopefully with a championship would be nothing short of amazing.
And Cappy, your beginnings go way back when you were a young lady, young girl, just picking up the basketball. Tell us about the influencers in your life as you really got started to play the game.
I have to credit my brother because he kind of introduced me to the game. But he saw that the love that I had. He just made sure that I was always around a game of basketball. But God blessed me with some amazing coaches. And my high school coach, my college coach, and then I had some great coaches in the pro, and now I get to be coached by one of the best. We talked about it for the last 4 years, and the fact that it's actually here, and I'm in the moment. I'm excited about it.
Big fan base, and a lot of the young ones, out of East LA, South LA, they're watching because they follow the WNBA. It's a very, very appealing league now. It's hit the 22nd year, so it's not something that just happened.
Yeah.
There's a very strong tradition going on, and you're a big part of that. But talk about the importance of the young ones to follow their, as they say, their idols, their role models, and how to still stay with their game and their schoolwork.
Well, I mean, first of all, kids, you have to be able to balance both. Schoolwork and basketball, they go hand to hand. You can't have one without the other. If I can give any advice, that would be it. But just enjoy the game, love the game, because it's a simple thing. But obviously we're elite athletes and we've made it to the highest level where it becomes a business. But overall, the love and the passion that we have for the game, it never dies. And that's the reason why I'm here in my 12th season, because I love it so much. And whatever passion I can show to the kids, and it resonates with them, then I'm more than willing to give them that energy for sure.
And one last reminder, because to get where you were, to get where you are, you had to be at Rutgers, and of course before that in high school. But your college playing career, kids have to really look forward to playing there too.
Yeah, college is important. If you can get a free scholarship, you've made it. I think that's an awesome thing, especially, in the women's game, the fact that we had to go through Title IX and fight through all that. And now we actually have a chance to get a scholarship to play a full ride, in a 4-year school, I think is amazing. I'm just happy where we are in the state of women's basketball.
Bienvenidos otra vez to Cappy Pondexter. We'll be talking to you this season. Okay. All right, we're going to continue on in the Sparks locker room here. They won tonight, 80-72, right here at home in the home opener. We'll be right back. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, Nneka Bumike again, a big home win, and Nneka working very hard again, working with pride and working with vigor. Talk about today's win.
Today, yeah, I mean, first of all, home opener. It was great to come out this season after a great road trip and getting a win. In my opinion, we still have a lot to work on, but it's really great to have CP back, and we've had a lot of great play in Cappy's debut at Staples, and obviously the core. The core did their job. AB had great defense. Odyssey and Chelsea led the way, so we're excited.
Chemistry is already at work here.
Already.
Yes, and again, the Mercury conference win right off the bat.
Yeah, that was huge. Against a great team. They're not easy to play against. We almost always meet them in the postseason. So we want to be able to take care of what we can take care of now.
One last question, Nneka, because we always were referring to your sister, Shanae, and we saw you guys confronting each other. Talk about that very briefly for the impact that it has in terms of siblings being able to play at this level.
It's huge. I mean, I think having siblings in in a professional league is big at any sport, any level. And it's really exciting to see Chine come back. It was it was tough game, but great competition. And I look forward to playing against her again.
Win, win, win. And we want to thank you for your time
Thank
with
you.
us. Get over this little sore throat
Yeah.
you have coming.
Thank you.
Take care, and we'll see you next
Thank
time.
you.
Okay, we're going to continue on here in the locker room. The winning score here, 80-72 in favor of the Los Angeles Sparks over the Phoenix Mercury. We'll be right back. Okay. And speaking with second-year player now, no longer a rookie, Sydney Wason. Sydney, it's good to see you again. The off-season, very productive for you, and then right away camp, and it seems like time is just flying by. And now we're into the fourth game of the season. Talk a little bit about how each of those phases prepared you for this season.
I played in Australia for the overseas off-season. It was a shorter season, so I was only there for about 4 months or so, and then I was able to go home, hang with family for a little bit. It's been the first time in a couple years after like being in college and going straight to LA and all this. The transition's been crazy. So I was home hanging with people that I love, and then training on my own and trying to get prepared for training camp, and then go straight up here. And we're already in the season, and it's crazy that May's almost done. Time does not stop for anybody, but it's been a lot of fun, and I've learned so much throughout this last year as a professional, and I'm going to continue to keep learning.
And this year's chemistry, it seems that coach was able to go very deep without batting an eye, was able to insert many reserves into today's game and went deep. And you got some playing time as well.
Yeah, I mean, Coach always talks about staying ready and being ready, and so whether you're on the bench or on the floor, he has high expectations for you, and he wants you to be engaged and to know what's going on. And so, like you said, when you do get subbed in, that you don't miss a beat. And so we are blessed to have a lot of bodies that are capable to be out there, a lot of vets that can help teach us younger ones the ropes. And so it's been a lot of fun to learn, to be in training camp with them, and then now that we're starting games, to compete with them out there.
And still not yet with a complete roster. We understand Jantel's not here, and someone else is out of the country.
Yeah, Maria is going to be coming from Russia in a couple weeks. I'm not sure when she's coming actually. And then Tellus will be here this week, and so that will sort of complete our roster, and we'll have everyone here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sydney.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see
Muchas
you.
gracias.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to continue on here as long as we can, and then we'll see what happens with the press conference or the media availability with Coach Agler in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene.
All out because Essence, is really giving us some good minutes playing out of position, and in the first half hit some big shots for us. So, I've been real happy with how she's helped us.
Assess your team's ability to defend some of their talented players today?
I think we're getting better. We're not where we need to be yet, but they, like you said, they've got some really good players, and they're well coached, and they're tough to defend. Trossi and Griner, they're two of the greatest that Griner will go down as one of the greatest when she's done, but Trossi, with her career, she'll go down as maybe the greatest player ever to play. So. They're tough, they're skilled, they're experienced, and they're tough to defend.
Ball movement with the team. Could you talk to me about the Sparks were able to get the ball moving around?
Yeah, I mean, we really emphasize moving the ball, especially against a team like this with their length. You've got to try to move their defense. If not, then they're just going to keep their size around the rim, and we're not. You could probably see from one possession to the next, when we move the ball, we usually get something pretty good. When we didn't, and we didn't make our cuts, then we got stagnant. So that's very essential for us to play well.
Coach, I'm not sure if you were asked this question already, but the ability for you to know your bench, you went deep right away and saw a lot of different combinations going on. Your assessment of that?
Well, Candace being here helped that, because we needed her size. And so, we're giving people opportunities. Now it's time for them to step up and take advantage of them. So, over time, we'll get into a settled rotation, but we're still adding players and we're still evaluating some of the ones we have.
And can you just talk about Cappy Pondexter, the importance of her being on the squad this year?
Yeah, she's made some really good plays for us, and we're trying to sort out where we fit her in, but she's doing well and made a big basket on that back cut from Candace and hit a good jump shot early. So she competes hard, and she's very skilled, veteran player.
Last question for me, Coach. When your full team is assembled, what do you think will be able to do in terms of streaks and runs and those kinds of things? Because it's going to be very, very important to have winning streaks along the way.
I just hope we keep improving. That's the only thing I'm focusing on. The only thing I'm thinking about here is these guys got 2 days off. We need some rest, and then we'll get ready for the next game. That's the only thing we think about. We know what our goals are at the end, but you can't think about that. It's a process of getting there, and you got to take care of the day. You can't take care of 2 days from now. You got to take care of the day. So that's all we think about.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And here we are now for the post-game wrap-up here. We've interviewed some players inside of the Sparks locker room, and now it's time to give you our final farewell here from Staples Center as we close out the first game of the new season, the home opener, and the Sparks win a big one here, 80-72 over the Phoenix Mercury and Diana Taurasi with her crew. A very, very good game. It went back and forth until the final fourth quarter when the Sparks put some points up on the board and gave themselves a little bit of space to end up with a winning margin of 8 points. And so that will do it for game number 1 here in the home season. The record now moves up to 3-1 for the Sparks as they defeat a Western Conference opponent here very early in the season. And that will give them some momentum here because next week they will come back here on Sunday again and take on the Minnesota Lynx, who they beat in the opening game of this season. So, for Eric Sarney, Anthony Ramirez, and yours truly, Rico Cabrera, thanks for watching this edition of East LA Sports Scene, and continue to stay with us as we begin to follow the LA Sparks in their quest for another WNBA championship. Take care, and we'll see you soon.